How do I practice every single day to improve my typing? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the websites that I go on and basically how I make sure that I'm still improving as a typist despite being at already very fast speeds, and also trying to share some tips that I think could be very helpful for other typists who are looking to improve their daily typing routine. Let's get into the video. I'd like to remind you though that the practice that you do at this point is totally dependent on the goals you want to set for yourself when you were typing. I could go through all the possible goals that someone could set for themselves. For example, if you want to just have a really good average on type racer, then I recommend you go to monkey type and practice on master mode. If you want to become really good at your raw speed, I recommend you go on nitro type and recommend that you practice monkey type where it's 10. I'm not going to get into all of the different situations that you could be in. I would just recommend that if you have a question, you type it in the comments so I can respond to you, or figure out and test different methods for warming up and for getting your fingers ready to achieve your goals, and also make sure that you have a productive typing session. Now, the first website I will go to is NitroType. I do this to warm up my fingers before I begin the main part of my session. I find that on NitroType, which is a website that is centered around raw speed, I can warm up and do actually a pretty decent warm-up so that I can be ready to head over to other typing websites. When you don't have to focus on your accuracy, you can simply get your fingers nice and ready to go, and then you can focus on accuracy later on. I just think that NitroType is a good website to warm up, at least for me. I would say find whichever website works best for you to warm up on, or maybe, do your finger exercises, but definitely find a way to warm up regardless of whatever your goal is. Just to make it clear for this video, my goal is to get over 200 words per minute on the 60-second test on monkey type. So most of the practice that I'm going to be showing you in this video revolves around achieving that goal. After this, I go into Keymash and I go into their public track mode, where I basically can be put against anyone else who is online in Keymash at the time in the same mode as me. And I just find that Keymash has a better user interface than Type Racer, so I prefer it. And I also find that Keymash helps me with my accuracy because I do have to backspace whenever I make an error. This again incentivizes me to reduce the amount of errors that I'm making, but also increases my backspacing skills. One tip that I would give to beginner typists and also typists who are wanting to improve and not aware of too many shortcuts in typing, you can use Control Backspace to erase the word before in case you made a mistake, meaning that you don't have to spam delete a whole bunch of times. There's probably a few other backspacing methods. I myself just use Control Backspace, and I would recommend that you use it as well. For a while, I was kind of naive to this existing, and I didn't really want to incorporate it into my habits when I was typing, but I do find that it gives me such a large improvement because I can erase all mistakes I've made before instead of having to spam the delete button, which I find can be really annoying and also hinder my typing progress. Another tip I would give for practicing on Keymash is to make sure that you are actually consciously thinking that you want to type more accurately, because I find that all it takes to become a more accurate typist is to think about accuracy. If you're not thinking about accuracy and you're just simply scrolling through the text with your eyes, it often means that your accuracy is going to take some dips. So I would recommend that if you want to improve your accuracy, just actively thinking about it in your brain is going to actually cause a huge difference. Now, something that I've recently incorporated into my practice is called Keymash ranked matchmaking. Essentially, you can go against other typists who are similar to your skill level, and it encourages competition in typing and it puts pressure on yourself. You can lose your ranking points if you lose a match. You can gain ranking points if you win a match. So it really puts pressure on you from the get-go, and if you've already had a decent warm-up and if you've been on Keymash for a while, it shouldn't be too difficult. And if you put around people who are on the same skill level, oftentimes I find that as long as you stay calm, you're going to be winning most of your matches. I just find that ranked matchmaking is a really cool way to interact with other typists, and it's also a great way to practice typing under pressure and also continue to stay accurate and apply that typing in a more competitive environment. After I've warmed up and then typed for a while on Keymash, I then go to actually the test that I want to improve the most, which is monkey type 60 seconds. So I will usually just grind this test. There's really no other word for it. I just do it over and over again. I would say that whenever I dip below about 185 words per minute, I will reset. My personal best is 194, so I don't really want to be getting, a 190 would be nice, but it's below my personal best, so I don't really care too much. And unless I'm worrying about the daily leaderboard, I usually reset tests if they're not going to be a personal best. And sometimes, I've had some pretty close attempts, but overall it's just about keeping on that daily grind. Again, there's no other word that you can use to describe it. You're simply just grinding away, trying to get a new personal best. So that is how I practice for typing. This is totally dependent on the goal that I've set for myself, so this could completely change in the future. I just wanted to walk you through what I do as kind of, I guess I could call myself a professional typist nowadays. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure that you leave a like below for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps me out. If you did like this video, then hitting the like button is appreciated. I would also encourage you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. You'll get notified when I upload, and I can assure you that most of my uploads, excluding my April Fool's joke, are high quality. So make sure that you subscribe for that content. I'll see you in the next video. Type on and type faster.